Now, I want to talk to you about a book called Al Capone Does My Shirts. It's written by Jennifer Choldenko. It's a historical fiction novel set in 1935. The main character of this book is Moose Flanagan, who is in seventh grade, and he is just starting a new school in San Francisco so that his dad can take a job working in the prison on Alcatraz Island. So in the 30s, Alcatraz was home to a lot of notorious criminals, but it was also home to the families of the guards who worked on the island, like Moose and a girl named Piper, who is in school with Moose and just so happens to be the prison warden's daughter. Now, I want to read you a passage from this book on Moose's very first day of school, where he is just about to read a speech to his class on what he did over the break. The girl's turn goes lickety-split. So does the next guy's. I'm up now. I look out at the strange faces. My arms feel too long. I try crossing them, putting my hands in my pockets, holding one arm with the other. My pants are too tight in the waist, and in the crotch, too. How come I never noticed this before? My dad is the electrician on Alcatraz. I moved there, here, from Santa Monica. And the most exciting thing that happened to me this vacation was my mom didn't feel like cooking because our pans were still packed, so my dad brought home a plate of roast chicken, potatoes, cooked carrots. I pause a minute. This wasn't what I wrote in my outline. I'm going freeform now. From the cell house kitchen! It was cooked by a kidnapper, a two-time murderer, and a postal robber, too. Wow, somebody says. Were you scared? No. I make a scoffing noise like this is the silliest thing I ever heard. The truth is, I was terrified. For the first time in my whole life, I had skipped supper, told my parents I had a stomachache, which has never stopped me from eating before. He could have been killed, Piper says, in a stage voice. She's shaking her head as if it's a wonder I'm still here to tell this story. They tried to poison you, a girl with chipmunk cheeks asks. No. But they could have. Any of us could be poisoned at any time, Piper agrees. Is that all, Mr. Flanagan? Miss Bimp cuts in, tapping a pencil on the desk. Yes, ma'am, I say. When I get back to my seat, I trip on a girl's foot and knock my inkwell over. Ink seeps through a crack and drips on my leg. I spend the rest of class trying to clean it up. After the bell rings, I catch up with Piper in the hall outside. I thought we weren't supposed to talk about Alcatraz, I say. Why did you then? Piper asks, shifting her books to her other arm. I open my mouth to answer, but no words come out. Why did I, anyway? Because you did, I finally spit out. Because I did. Isn't that the sweetest thing? Piper smiles at me. I hurry to keep up with her. Piper is a good 6 inches shorter than I am, but walks faster. How can this be? She stops and looks at my pants. I look down at myself and see a big black ink blotch, the shape of Florida, uncomfortably close to my fly. So, are you going to help me with my project or not? She asks. What project? Didn't I tell you? We're going to sell the Alcatraz laundry service to kids at school. You know, get your clothes cleaned by famous Alcatraz convicts. Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, and Roy Gardner will charge 5 cents a shirt. No IOUs. Money will be split 4 ways. Jimmy and Annie will help us put the laundry through in their family's bags so they each get a cut. Plus, you and I. You're going to sell the Alcatraz laundry service? Why? I ask. I just told you. Money. Piper starts walking again. Does your dad know about this? She snorts. Not hardly, she says, taking off again. So Moose lives on this island with his parents, as well as his sister Natalie, who has a mental handicap, which sets her apart from the other children, but it does not prevent them all from playing together and from getting into a lot of mischief. So the residents of the island have strict orders not to interact with any of the convicts. But that doesn't stop all of the children on the island from coming up with all kinds of schemes to try and meet them anyway. And I'm not going to give away any more details, but it is a great book and you should definitely check it out.